got this. And now you're leading.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
I ventured out to El Paso, Texas, to ride with a woman who has experienced an incredible amount of loss. But she won't let that or any other obstacle stop her. You okay?
A professional adventurer on a road trip across the U.S. with the skills and passion to help anyone, even a newbie, overcome any challenge. This is Venturing Out, Park to Park.
You okay? This is El Paso, Texas. I've come to check out Waco Tanks, a bouldering mecca that sports some killer ancient artwork. But first, I'm checking out the equally awe-inspiring Franklin Mountains, which oddly runs right through El Paso. I'm heading out now to meet up with Isabel, who is a teacher, a mom, and an aspiring mountain biker. I'm gonna help her overcome her fear of riding on dangerous rocky terrain. Raheim.
How are you? Nice meeting you.
Nice to finally meet you.
Likewise, welcome to the Franklin Mountains.
This is insane.
I feel real grateful to be able to be out here every day and look at this amazing scenery.
Do you understand how jealous I am of you saying that right now? I wake up to tall buildings in a city. I could live here.
You know what the amazing thing here about El Paso is that you actually have this mountain, this state park right in the middle of the city. So yeah, I love it because whenever I just want that tranquility, it's right in my backyard.
You're just gonna keep making me more and more jealous and more jealous. Let's just start walking.
Sure, let's go.
Let's scout some places we can bike tomorrow. I'm curious to see what this land looks like and how the terrain feels. I'm sure it's a lot different than what I'm used to, but I'm excited.
I just finished meeting Raheim. One thing I'm really excited about working with him tomorrow is not only the skills, but because he is just such a mentally strong person. He has so much wisdom. I want to be on his same confidence level, and hopefully by the end of tomorrow, we'll get there.
So what can you tell me about the terrain here, specifically in Franklin Mountains?
Well, it's pretty rocky.
Okay.
But for the most part, yeah, it's hard, compact.
Hard and compact. But I'm super excited to work with you on mountain biking. So can you tell me how you got into mountain biking?
One thing that I really love about mountain biking is the community. So my very first trip out, I was so nervous. I mean, I'm overweight by a lot, not just a little. I know it. I'm older, and everybody was, you know, very fit. They looked very professional. They had their like fancy bikes, and I was here with, you know, normal clothes, normal shoes, my entry-level bike, and I was super, super intimidated. And when I finally got there, the girls that ran the ride, they were just amazing. They never made me feel out of place. I had tons of fun. I mean, it was incredible. Thanks to them, I mean, my life has gone on a completely different course. We were going up, we were on this really long climb, and strangers were coming up along, and they were like, you know what? You're doing awesome, keep going. And it was quite a few all along the trail that saw me struggling, and they were just cheering me on. Obviously, they see me, and they know I'm not the typical mountain biker, and yet they're so welcoming.
In terms of community, when it came to climbing in New York, like that was one of the main reasons why I was able to get into the sport of climbing. So yeah, community, that's huge. What do you want to accomplish out here? Like what are some hurdles that you've had and that you're looking to overcome, or any struggles? Like how can I help you?
Well, definitely, I think my main struggle is just the cardio, which I mean, I'm only going to get as I practice more and more. But something I would really love some help on is handling the bike on the uneven terrain. As you saw, we were walking up here, like there's parts where there's like big rocks and sudden drops sometimes. So I want to be able to go down and feel stable. on those. So I've seen people shredding down there and they make it look easy, but every time I do it, you know, it's like a puzzle for me.
It is.
And so I'm not quite there yet on that. So I'd really love some help on how to feel more comfortable going on those downhills, especially when there's those rocky, bouldery, chunky parts.
Cool. We're at 5,100 feet in elevation right now, which is wild, but I'm excited to actually be up here on a bike tomorrow. I mean, look at this view here. Like, this vantage point is amazing. You can see caves from here. We're in El Paso, Texas today, and we'll get after it with some much anticipated mountain biking. Isabel has doubts about being able to tackle the tougher trails that we'll be riding. Part of the problem, she says, is her weight and the fact that she's new to the sport. But with practice and preparation, I know she'll get there.
Hey there.
Good morning.
Morning. Are you ready to hit the trails?
I'm so ready.
Yeah. I got my water bottle, got my helmet.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm so excited.
I've made the choice. I'm ready. Let's go. We started our morning by taking several minutes to warm up our muscles and follow that up with some stretching. So, how are you feeling?
Feeling really pumped up. I'm ready.
So I'm excited to not only get out here with you, but to also take you through some of those things you talked about yesterday. Specifically, you being able to get over some of those small boulders on the ground and being able to make those tighter turns and just really finding your balance using your own body weight and also the shift in the turn, as well as your speed, keeping up to speed.
I'm really looking forward to just getting that extra little bit better.
So I think we can jump on this beginner trail to kind of get a feel for our wheels and our feet and our balance and see how we do and take it from there.
Sounds good. Let's
You
go.
ready? Let's do it. One of the biggest hurdles just with mountain biking, and not specific to Isabel per se, is the fact that it's a dangerous sport. You're riding over some wild terrain, especially out here in some rocks. And one of the things that she wants to work on is being able to get her bike over some of those boulders while riding, regardless of her weight, regardless of how long she's been doing this. It's all possible. First detail, definitely keeping you in high gear so you can control the momentum. That's first and foremost. You're good?
Yeah, I think that's a decent gear to start on.
That's first. As you're going up on that left little hill there, it's on the left, going up left, so you're gonna have to shift your body weight a little bit to the right. And then the same thing with the next one on the opposing side. It goes up right, so you're gonna shift your body weight a little bit to the left. Also, you'll get some decent momentum going down this because it's downhill, so you won't have to pedal much. All right, once you get to that final lip that we're gonna be going over, make sure you sit back a bit to shift your body weight to the back so that your front tire can come up easy. As soon as your front tire is over that little lip, you're gonna shift your body weight forward so that your tire can drop and your back tire can follow you over the rock.
Ready.
All right, cool.
Ready to watch it.
I'm ready for
All
you.
right, I think I got it.
You got this, and take your time. Nice,
Isn't that
shift
bad?
back. That was good. How did that feel?
That wasn't bad at all. I'm gonna ride this up.
All right, so remember, shift your body weight back, almost as if like you're sitting into a squat position. Almost like you can stiff arm it if you need to, or slightly bend your elbows so that that front wheel can come up as soon as you go over that lip. And as soon as you're going over that lip, shift your body weight back to the front so that that back wheel can now come up over it. Shift back, nice.
I have fallen from like exactly
Really?
what you said, hitting and
Yeah, and going over the front. And eventually over time, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get so comfortable doing that your wheel is gonna start to lift up. So do you feel like that was a win?
totally. I mean, I've never felt that confident coming down, standing and putting my weight towards the back. So
Control
for
is
sure.
key. When you feel your hips and your glutes coming back and about to touch your seat, you almost wanna get as low as you can so that front wheel is just gonna go up on its own. You can even just give it a little tug just so you can get over that rock. So that's why I want you to do it again, because I feel like you're gonna just progress even faster. Shift back, nice. Did you feel that wheel go up that time?
Yeah, a little bit.
It did, it went up much more than it did the second time. And that's what I mean. How does it feel?
Pretty good. I mean, I was kind of nervous when I was standing up here and looking at it. But that first one, I did feel like testing out the waters. That second and third run felt really good. I think I'm ready to try another challenge.
What was your why to get you into this sport and to actually keep you going?
Well, first of all, I have 16-month-old little boys. They're twins.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I just started thinking about, what kind of a mom am I gonna be for them if I can't even move? I was feeling kind of depressed before I started mountain biking. So 4 years ago, we were expecting a child. She came early. Her name is Evelyn. She passed away before she got to my arms. And, it just affected me so much. It really did. It shattered my whole world. Nothing has changed in the way that I love her. It's just that now I'm able to cope with it better. Mountain biking, I love it because I come out here and I'm feeling that grief. And on those days in particular, when I can't get rid of it, I can't shake it loose, I come out here and I just grind the trails. And I love that as I'm grieving, I'm going up those hills, I'm climbing, I'm sweating. And so I'm thinking of her. Not only that, I stop and I look around and it's always so awe-inspiring. Mountain biking just brings the best out of everything. It lets me have all those Utah years with my sons here on earth, and allows me to honor my daughter and feel like I'm sharing it with her because I'm out in nature and it's so peaceful and beautiful that literally I feel like she's everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and the way that I honor her is by living my life to the fullest, and this is to the fullest. And it makes me so happy.
Everything you're saying is hitting real deep, and I can't even understand for a second what you went through and what you're still going through. And you're not letting anything stop you. That's so amazing. Hey, Raheim here, and I'm in El Paso, Texas. The Franklin Mountains are in the middle of the city and crisscrossed by hundreds of miles of trails. A dream spot for mountain bikers and, of course, climbers like myself. Everything I need is right here. My bike rack, my helmet, even my cooler fit perfectly in every time I hit the road in the trails so I can move around the city in the mountains comfortably. Franklin Mountain State Park is a massive park, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to see the full scale of the park without being inside of a plane, but the fact that I was able to get on a mountain bike and trek through most of the park with Isabel was amazing, and I'm looking forward to coming back at some point and actually being able to climb there as well as Waco Tanks. Oh, watch out for these rocks. Oh, actually, I think I see something here. I think we can make this work.
Okay.
I see an easy progression from what we just did with this here, and an easy way for us to avoid these rocks without having to pick them up and throw them off the road. Let's back up. The only difference this time around is we're not coming downhill. It's a flat ground, and you're also gonna have to shift over a little bit to the right as you're going up that little lip and then back to the left. So everything you just did, the only difference now is just a little more movement with your handlebars. And I can demonstrate first. Doable?
Yes. Sorry if I crash into you.
That was sick. One, your tire got higher. So that's your fourth level of progression based on what you did out there. And on top of that, you were able to maneuver your body and your bike to the right to get on the lip, and then immediately to the left to get off of it. You did all that without even thinking about it. That's why you're so puzzled right now. Like, what did I just do? Because you did it so easily. That's your body mechanics kicking in and just working for you. That was awesome. I just want you to do more of it because I want you to continue to progress. So shift your weight back just a little bit more so that your wheel is getting all the way over that. Even though it did, I just want you to get higher. Shift back. Nice. It's hard to believe you haven't done that before.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep moving. I feel like there's no stopping you now at this point. Being so new to mountain biking, Isabel is at the most difficult part of the learning curve. She needs speed to let the front wheel float over the rocks. However, she's worried about losing control and crashing. The problem is, slowing down too much can prove to be even more dangerous. You okay?
I took a pretty big spill. I landed on my arm. My phone was in my pocket. Here it is. This is why it's so important for everyone to wear a helmet.
sitting there with her for a second, knowing that now she's okay, and seeing her smile and laugh and drink water and understand that like this is all a part of the game did something to me, and it made me realize that like falls are okay. But I think that just brings me back to safety, right? She was wearing a helmet. She had her water with her. You know, we did our stretching beforehand. I think just her really being able to get comfortable in an uncomfortable space, which is literally what the overarching idea for today was and what we were working on. But the things that she's also been through in life, no matter what it is and how hard it knocked her down on the ground, she was able to get back up and figure it out and find balance in her life, and that's key.
I feel really blessed and fortunate to have been part of this. We had been accomplishing so much and meeting our goals, and I was feeling really confident. And all of a sudden, I hit a rock that I did not see. And so the risk is falling, getting hurt, but there's nothing that can ever replace those moments where you're living. That freedom, that happiness. Stationary bike just doesn't give me that.
It's pretty wild for a lot of individuals to have this in their backyard.
Yeah, I like to stop when it's nice and quiet and listen.
I need to do this more often myself.
And actually, it's wherever you turn, because you turn that way too, and
it's a completely different scenery.
You know, there's so many rewards to mountain biking, but this is definitely one of the top 3, for sure. Getting up here, the serenity, the outlook, the views, you can't beat them.
Is this your happy place?
This is definitely my happy place. It's my peaceful place. It's where I come to be closer to my daughter.
I'm with you.
After all that grinding, getting up here, it's just...
Yeah. Can this be my happy place too? I'm just wondering. That works?
That works.
Cool. Biking in general is something that always gives me the adrenaline rush, and I'm an adrenaline junkie, so I thought it was just me, but it was really beautiful to see how she took something tragic that happened in her life 4 years ago and got into the sport of mountain biking. And now this is a huge part of her life. And it's not just about the physical fitness, but it's the mental fitness. It's what keeps her sane. It's her sanctuary. It's her happy place to be in the mountains. And I'm super grateful that I was able to spend some time with her over the last 2 days and get to experience the mountains with her, not just hiking and having deep conversations, but also getting on that bike and just getting at it. Taco Nut is a great place to go for tacos, tortillas, and of course, some good tequila. And since Isabella's worked so hard these past couple of days, I think we need to celebrate her accomplishments right. Now, she thinks we're going for lunch, but actually, I have a surprise in store for her. Shh, don't tell anyone.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Excellent. I got a couple items for you. That's the Aztec salad with quinoa, some black beans, roasted corn. Here's a mushroom taco. This one's vegan. Here's a brisket suadero. Here are a couple of salsas to go with.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Pleasure.
This taco definitely was a surprise, but do you like surprises? I called your husband to get your friends to come.
Thank you. They're the ones who got me into mountain biking. These are the girls who announce it. They're out there, they take their own time to get new members in, and I was one of them, and freaking changing my life, so.
Mountain biking, for me, it's like an endless love.
You have a bad day, you go mountain biking, you ended up with all the stress off you, joy, happiness, everything is mountain biking.
Everything like really chunky scares me. So we were able to go down some of those, and I was really excited. I did it, and did it pretty fast. But now I know I can do it. I just need to be more careful.
Isabel is always so joyful. Even though she has struggles, she's always happy. Every time we see her and post in her videos, she's always so positive, and it makes you feel positive as well, and that's very motivating.
Here I am, living proof that somebody who's in super bad shape could get up literally one day and say, you know what, I'm gonna get on a mountain and do it. Was it easy? No, it was not easy. It's still not easy, but it's definitely worth it. If you're doubting yourself, what I would say is go out and find that glory.
There's a park in El Paso that's been on my bucket list for years. It's called Waco Tanks. It's legendary for its massive boulders and hollowed rock art. Albert Alvarez, a tour guide and avid rock climber, is going to take us back in time to experience this unique place. It's rained recently, and I was really looking forward to climbing here at Waco Tanks, but the rock is way too wet to climb. So we're going to take a closer look at what else makes this destination so amazing.
So this is the cave that I wanted to show you. This is a staple of what Waco, test pieces look like. Roofy climbs, small holes that are going to test your metal test your power. It starts here and it's just like crimps, bullet rock, you know, where you can really show your upper body strength with like a heartbreak finish if you don't have the technique, you know?
Got it. This V7, you traverse across.
Yeah.
You're going sideways and then you go up and over.
Yeah, you come all the way this, you work your way through these crimps.
Okay.
Get in here, you hit this crimp right here. You lock
that little
off.
one?
Yeah,
Yep.
you kind of hit this crimp. And then you go up over the lip, you work your feet, mantle up and over, and hope you have enough in the tank
Right.
to finish it off. All right, so a couple other things that I want to point out is the signs of life that you have here. So this right here is what we call a molcajete. Molcajetes are basically mortars that the Jornada Mogollon people used to kind of grind flour or corn so that they could eat it, like as a tortilla and whatnot. And what you see over here, like this one right here and that one down there, those are what we call matates. That's where you would sit and they take the corn and roll it back and forth to get the corn off the cob.
Yeah.
And once they had the corn off the cob, they would transition it to the molcajete. And that's how they make their food.
So what is this?
So this site is called Newspaper Rock, and it's called that because behind all the etchings that are more modern, you can see the 1884 that dates it.
Yep.
But behind it, if you look past it, you can see all the Native American art, like the hunters, the dancers. And if you look closely, there's even a giant snake. And so snakes in the desert point towards water whenever you see them on the wall. So if you follow the giant snake, the red tail
Where's it
is,
start? Okay.
you see the
Yeah, I see
red
the
triangle tail?
Yep.
And then this whole white streak is a snake.
Ah, I see.
And then over there, you see the two yellow eyes.
Yep.
And then the tongue
Pointing
goes up and over. And if you were actually to climb on top of this boulder, you'll see a giant Waco that holds a ton of water. But yeah, lots of history. This giant pictograph right here of a Native American dancer with a machete. You can see he has the triangle. This is probably roaming tribes like the Comanche and Kiowa. This tells you like so much of the history all in like one spot. It's so amazing. That's why it's called Newspaper Rock. You get all the news of Waco tanks right here.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's a great day out.
Yeah, so Albert, thank you first and foremost for showing me around and taking the time out. Just learning the land and understanding it is just as important as exploring it and climbing it.
Yeah.
But is there anything anyone seeing this needs to know and understand before they even step foot on this land?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that Waco is sacred. And so as a climber, we always have to do our part. Let's give back. If you see some micro trash, some tape, let's pick it up, you know.
Do your part.
Do your part.
Well, again, thank you so much for this. This was super amazing, and I definitely got to get back there and get some climbing in.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get together in the future.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, I love this place. I'm always willing to share it.
El Paso has been amazing. Isabel is such an inspiration, but I'm off to my next adventure on this road trip across the US.